Good afternoon and welcome back to the Perkins Garages YouTube channel for another walk around video. Today we're walking around this gorgeous little magnetic grey Fiesta. But before we do get started, please do hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Any questions or comments you may have, pop them in the comments section below. Anyway, this here is a magnetic grey Ford Fiesta Active X MHEV. MHEV, you ask, what is that? It's just a mild hybrid electrical vehicle. So there's no plugging in, there's no waiting for it to charge. You simply get in it and drive it like a normal combustion engine, and you get some really good MPG because of it. The vehicle is registered on a 72 registration, so that means we'll take Ford warranty with us until September 2025. The vehicle is only done 1800 miles, so very low mileage on this one. So sit tight and let me walk you around this lovely Active Fiesta. So like always, the first thing is I'm going to get the remote central locking out, unlock the vehicle and wake up the daytime running lamps. They're going to be flashing in your video simply because of the frequency in which my camera records at. But let me assure you, in real life they look amazing. It's not some strobe light upgrade. That's how they're meant to be. And as you can see, they're perfectly visible even on the brightest of summer's day like today. So they're twinned with some really high quality headlights, and underneath we have front parking sensors wrapping all the way along the front bumper of the vehicle. As we get to the offside front, and we'll come back to the wheel in a second, let's talk about sensors. Sensor there for the automated lights. Sun goes down, it gets dark, the lights come on, saves you a job. Up there we also have one for the automatic headlights, so the headlights will come on and off automatically. One for the rain sensing wipers, it starts to rain, the wipers will come on. And there's also one there for the traffic speed sign recognition, so a lot of automation going on. That's all part of the driver assistance pack this vehicle has. Coming back down to earth now, we can see these gorgeous 18-inch machine cut alloy wheels. So they have got Continental tyres as standard, but they're machine cut, so you can tell because you've got the silver face with a gloss black just behind. Those of you with the keen eyes might have noticed the silver painted brake calipers just behind also. Moving along the vehicle now, so at the driver's door now, go to half zoom quickly. I'm just going to lock the vehicle via the key. Come to the door handle, we have these lines here to signify we have the keyless entry system. So a tap of the door handle, that unlocks the vehicle. Tap on the lines, locks the vehicle. That is twinned with the keyless start stop button as well. Back to normal zoom. This vehicle also has rear privacy glass, and you guessed it, that goes all the way around the rear windows. That leads us nicely to be at the offside rear of the vehicle, and this is the point that I'm going to try and give you some nice seductive angles to show you lovely people just how lovely the bodywork is on this Fiesta. Like so. And we're going to link it round to the offside rear. Give you a good look at that. Rear discs and pads, obviously, if those that you know that are interested. Rear discs. We have rear parking sensors, and they trail again all the way along the bottom lip of that bumper. At the back there we've also got a high definition reversing camera to complement the parking sensors. So that's front and rear parking sensors, and they actually add up to do something pretty special. This vehicle has the active forward park assist, which I shall show you on the screen in a moment. But now we're at the near side rear, let's give that exact same treatment. So we're going to start nice and high, just going to shimmy down nice and slowly, showing you how lovely it is. Unfortunately it's a bit shadier this side. Hopefully that gives you a good idea. To the near side rear wheel. I'm a fan of these wheels, they look gorgeous. I'm a big fan. And we can link it back down to the near side front there as well. So that's all four wheels taken care of. And it's worth noting as well, as the vehicle's only done 1800 miles, these tyres are as good as new. They really are. So keyless entry is also on the passenger door as well, so you can get in from the passenger side if required. So this is the time we start looking inside the vehicle. So let's open up the boot and have a look inside the rear. So the Fiestas famously have a TARDIS size boot, so it's a lot bigger, it's a lot more volume you think. Easily get two dogs in there. I reckon if you had a baby donkey lengthways, not a problem. Unfortunately you're going to have to get your baby donkey out if you did require to change the spare wheel. So this vehicle does come with a spare wheel. It's a full size spare wheel by the looks of it. Where are we? 14 inches, so it's still a space saver. Space saver spare wheel all the relevant tools and jacks that you need to change the wheel. So very nice boot and a spare wheel to match. Now, after doing the photographs of this vehicle, the one thing I've been incredibly impressed with is the interior. Well, and my lack of ability to get in the vehicle because I locked it. So the interior on this vehicle I think is absolutely stunning. So it's a two-tone, part leather, part cloth interior. And you can see it's all defined, but it's active interior. So you've got the blue stitching all the way around. And again, I think it really does look really, really nice. It's one of the nicest interiors I think I've seen in a while. So yeah, really nice interior, and they actually come with a matching floor mat, so you get the blue stitching. Please ignore my dirty footprint, I've just taken some photographs, but as you can see, you've got some lovely floor mats in there with the correlated stitching. So there's another little point I want to show you before I shut the doors. These door edge guards. So on every door, there's a little bit of rubber. So as you open and shut the door, that vanishes. So that is protecting your property and anyone else's property in supermarket car parks and things like that. So it's a really clever bit of engineering, but it's awfully effective. We've arrived now at the driver's door, so it's time to have a look inside the driver's area. So we have 4 electric windows with mirror controls, and interior locking is found just next to the door handle. We'll spin that round now, we can show you the driver's seat. So again, the two-tone, part cloth, part leather, with that gorgeous sky blue stitching. Beautiful. So I'm just going to jump inside the vehicle now. You're going to hear a bit of distortion on my microphone, so just bear with me for a second, please. Okay, so the keyless entry is twinned with the engine stop start button. A click on there and that wakes everything up. And to turn everything down so you can continue to hear me. Wonderful. Okay, so let's just focus on the screen there, like so. So this is the digital driver display. So gone away are the analog dials. You don't need any more them anymore. We have a complete digital screen. So quick tour of it. The left hand side is a coolant temperature sensor. We have the digital speedo in the middle. In the middle we have the driver display bit that we can go through. So we have all the different hybrid gauges. We have trip computers, we have a calm screen on there, we have fuel economy. So I said earlier, this vehicle does very good fuel economy. At the moment, it's averaging 55.8 mpg. Obviously, if you drive it better, that can increase as well. So, yeah, some nice settings on there. And basically, this vehicle has 5 selectable drive modes. So sorry about the camera now, just changing hands. So if you click on the mode button, the screen changes depending on what mode you're in. For example, if you pop it into sport mode, like so, you get a completely different aesthetic on the screen, giving you a sportier feeling, if you like. But that's applicable for all drive modes. So you also have a slippery, a trail, and back to normal once more. So that's a little bit about the screen. Obviously at the bottom there, the vehicle has done 1,851 miles. We have a gear selector indicator because it's an automatic, and we also have the ambient air temperature sensor, along with the digital fuel gauge. So zooming out of the screen now, let's show you a bit about the steering wheel. Left hand side is where all the cruise control functions are. So you use nice and ergonomic, so you can easily adjust your speed, set your limiter, and also all your volume controls on that same cluster. To the right hand side are the buttons that I was using to control the screen, and below that is your voice connectivity, a pickup, decline, and previous and next song. Moving across now, we can have a look at the. Sorry about my camera work today, it's been all over the place. So this is the Sync 3.4 module. So we have the dark blue band at the bottom there, so that's divided into audio, phone, navigation, mobile apps, and settings. So let's start in navigation. So navigation, nice and easy to use. So for example, I want to come to Perkins to look at this Fiesta. I'm just going to change hand again, sorry. You're going to need Charlie Mike 776SA. Click search, speak to the GPSs, and link you in navigation. Obviously I'm not going to click start because I'm here already and it will start shouting at me. And so yeah, that's the navigation. It is very fantastic, that nav. This vehicle is also fully supportive of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So if you have a smartphone with that bit of software on it, plug your phone in using the USB port just there, and it will mirror your phone onto that screen. From there, there's a few features. My favourite one is the voice command. So I'm an iPhone, so I get the Siri voice assistant, and I can pretty much ask Siri to do anything I want whilst driving, whether it's check the sports scores, or take me home, or call home, or what's the weather like. You know, you can ask a whole range of commands, and it means you're not going to be touching your phone whilst driving. The other benefits of that is if you don't like the forward navigation, I mean, why wouldn't you? It's fantastic. But then you've got the ability to use Waze or Google Maps or Apple Maps. Anything you want, it can all be used on that screen. So whilst I'm here, I'm also going to pop the vehicle into reverse, and there is the reverse camera with the proximity sensor to the top right hand side. Put it back into park because it's going to start beeping at me. This button down the bottom here is for the forward active park assist. So like I mentioned earlier, we're using the front and rear parking sensors to gain, the vehicle calculates if you can fit in that gap using the front and rear parking sensors, and that will enable you to do a parallel park in, a bay park in, or a parallel park out. So there's a few different uses for this forward active park system. And we click out there once more, then we go to the home screen like so. So that's a little bit about the screen and its functionalities on there. Just below the screen down here, if I just release the handbrake and move it to a drive gear, it won't get bibbing. We have fan speed, we have all your temperature controls, heated front seats on both sides, electronically heated front screen, and a heated steering wheel. The middle three of different flows of vents, front and rear demist, and also the air conditioning function there as well. At the bottom we have a USB and a 12 volt socket to keep yourself nicely charged up. Again, let me just put it back into park so I don't forget. A regular handbrake. I often get asked that at the moment. Has he got a proper handbrake, or is it an electronic one? For those of you asking, we've got a proper handbrake. Down the bottom there is the buttons I was using a second ago. So you've got a mode button, automated stop start, traction control, forward park assist, and a parking sensor override. So that is about it on this Fiesta. Thank you so much for watching. If you did have any questions, the number you shall need, 01376 550 899. If not, subscribe, like, and leave us a lovely comment. Bye bye for now.